What's up, everybody? I'm Abby Halpin, back with another episode of Catching Up with the Cats. I'm here with Bo Sampson. We're going to have a catch and get to know him. Alrighty, Bo, so you kind of just transitioned from a reliever role into a starting role for the Cavaliers. Does your preparation look different on days when you're starting versus when you're coming out of the bullpen? All right, folks, I'm at the AAU Select season starter. I've got the 6th grade gold champs with me. Josiah is going to represent the team. Josiah, what's it been like playing with this team, this tournament specifically?
And the McGill Tennis Complex has kind of become this amazing atmosphere for tennis. Why do you think it's become so renowned for its energy?
All right, we're going to switch from Southern slang. In your best Boston accent, can you say your last name? Alrighty, if you're filling out your March Madness brackets right now today, who are you picking to win the whole thing? Just announced that you're transferring to Rutgers from NC State. What went into that decision? What was it about that program that made you want to be a Scarlet Knight?
Yeah, you're right about that, Savannah. For lack of a better term, Georgia crushed Lane Kiffin's team on Dooley Field this weekend. In fact, Georgia had 250 more yards of total offense than the Rebels did. But the most exciting part of this game occurred before the first snap even happened, when Brock Bowers was announced as a starting tight end after missing the last 2 games due to injury. And Savannah, there was doubt Bowers would even be ready for the Tennessee game, much less the Ole Miss game. Whether grabbing rebounds or draining shots, Nicholson reigns supreme, boasting the team's highest points and rebounds per game. But her offensive dominance isn't the only threat. Nicholson recently crossed the 1,000-point mark, solidifying her veteran status and offensive threat. Emily, the Tigers may be down, but they're not out. They boast a strong pitching staff, currently ranked 7th in the SEC, with a 2.31 ERA. Importantly, they held the high-scoring Florida Gators to just 8 runs in their 3-game series, proving that they can contain potent offenses. If the Tigers want a chance to pull off another upset, their pitching arms will be crucial. And lastly, we're going to talk about that's applicable to both the sports betting that isn't legal in Georgia and the player props that are your parlays. Now, these are all separate events that need to happen for you to not only get your money back, but a little bit extra in that payout. Now, let's look at the parlay I built. Each stat in this is called a leg. So the first leg of my parlay is over on Cam Scatterbo touchdowns on Sunday against the Saints. The line is currently half a touchdown, so he would need to score at least 1 touchdown in New Orleans on Sunday for this leg of my parlay to hit. Now, that's one leg, and it's not just one and done, oh my gosh, you won your money back. That's not how it works. I wish it was. It'd make life a lot easier, but it's not. So the second leg of the parlay is Carlos Rodon 5.5 strikeouts against the Red Sox tonight. Now, parlays can extend over multiple different days, multiple different sports, multiple different events. It doesn't matter. They just all need to happen in order for you to get that payout. So my second leg of the parlay is Carlos Rodon 5.5 strikeouts against the Red Sox tonight. Now, if he throws 5 strikeouts or less, that's the second leg of my parlay that hit. However, if he throws 6 strikeouts, parlay's dead. You don't win any money. I lose my money. It's really unfortunate that one thing can lose you so much money. But say it hits, parlay is still alive. The last leg that I would be riding on is Jarren Duran half a total base against the Yankees tonight. And that could come on a single, a double, a triple, a homer. As long as he gets on base, with the exception of a walk, because that does not count as a total base in many sports books, that would hit. All 3 legs of the parlay hit, and you not only get your money back, but you get extra in that payout. Even though Jalen Carter was selected by the Philadelphia Eagles in the 2023 NFL Draft, the defensive lineman still has legal issues to deal with in Athens. Victoria Bowles, a former UGA football recruiting staffer, is seeking $5 million in damages stemming from a January 2023 crash on Barnett Shoals Road that left her severely injured and 2 others dead. In court documents from Athens-Clarke County, Bowles recently amended her suit against Carter to include his testimony to police, where he allegedly admitted that he didn't go closer to the wrecked cars because he was worried about his own safety, citing the dark and fear of slipping down the embankment. Bowles initially filed the lawsuit in July. In the crash, she sustained several serious injuries. Hall & Collins injury firm partner Adam Collins says the prolonged filing of lawsuits like Bowles's isn't uncommon, especially if the defendant has a job like Carter's.
A lot of complications involved in that. So you're talking about a lot of depositions. You got to set these schedules between all these attorneys that show up.
Since this is a civil lawsuit, there are several steps that need to be taken before the suit is filed.
Working on these facts or doing these things, they may hire different experts. Then you get rebuttal experts. You have to put in a pretrial order that kind of guides this. A lot of times on this much litigation.
In this incident involving Carter and Bowles is not the only vehicle-related incident involving a UGA football player. Now former Georgia Bulldog wide receiver Nitro Tuggle was arrested for speeding at 107 miles per hour in March, an incident that ultimately got him suspended.
Carter's attorney released a statement directly to Fox 5 Atlanta after the amendment, saying that the allegation is completely false and that his client was not medically trained and not competent to personally render medical aid to Miss Bowles. There is no set court date for Carter and Bowles at the moment. Reporting for Grady News Source, I'm Abby Halpin.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about this on Thursday. Bowers is like a unicorn for these fantasy football owners. He does it all. He's currently the 4th-ranked tight end in fantasy this year in terms of points. He's projected to be the 3rd tight end this week. He went 9 for 98 last week versus Baltimore. And I think him and Adams are such a good duo that I don't know if people are talking about enough. I think Bowers is going to go for a touchdown or two today. And I think Adams is just going to keep doing what he's doing, go for over 120, maybe 130, and a touchdown as well.
I mean, we talked about the Deebo Samuel injury in San Francisco. Another player that's definitely going to benefit from that is Juwan Jennings. He's only rostered on about 23% of ESPN leagues. He is expected to get more playing time and more targets with that injury to Deebo. I mean, the duo of him and Ayuk, they'll definitely see a lot more playing time together.